Daddy born poor, mama was too. Walking through the snow, plastic bags on their shoes. Papa selling houses, sleeping in a car. 4 babies in the backseat, underneath the stars. Well, hey, hey, just work a little harder. Hey, hey, punching that clock with work and prayer and a little bit of luck. Make so much money, need a 10-ton truck. Ha, 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 ha.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. So glad you could join me this Thursday morning, May 4th, 2023, here at Forex Smart Trade. Our mission is to help you become a successful currency trader. And having the skill of being able to successfully trade is life-changing, has been for me. I've been trading about 4 years, and these tools are the only thing I use, and again, I find them quite effective. So my goal this morning is to show you one of the trades that I use. We've got a dozen different strategies depending on your risk tolerance and your time availability and how you like to do things, and we will design a trade plan around those things. So with that, let's jump into it. We need to start by listening to this guy. So let's get on.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
One of the great things about the program is that we do these live trade sessions. And when you are a member, in addition to the live trade sessions that I do, the company does a live trade every morning at 10 a.m. and every evening at 10 p.m. And then again, one of the keys to our ability to train you effectively is that we have continuous training. Every Wednesday evening, we have an advanced member meeting. Every Saturday morning, we have a back to the basics where we are constantly reviewing the different trade strategies, taking questions and clarifying things for you to so that you can perform optimally. All greats have coaches that help them continue to improve their skills, even though they're already very, very good. I like to trade off of a little checklist, like a pilot's checklist that helps make sure I don't forget anything. Every day, good habit is to restart your green chart. It clears out the memory and also allows for you to pick up any updates. Good habit at the end of every day is to review the trades of the day, specifically the trades that didn't go the way that you thought they should, and try to figure out why. Last night, if you took the trade setup that I sent out, they both closed. The pending sale on the dollar did initiate, but I closed that this morning just at break even because the signal had changed. So if you haven't closed it, I would go ahead and close it now. We'll take a look at the signal in a minute, but the signal had changed. So rather than keep it there, I just shut it at break even. On Tuesday, we took a trade on the pound New Zealand dollar, and that stopped out right away. So one of the great things about the simulator is you can go back and take a look at what you were looking at. So let's do that to see what we might have done wrong here. So it was 5-2, which was Tuesday. It was 6:55 about when we took it, right before 7. So if I click this will bring us back to that time in terms of what we were looking at. And we got stopped out the hour afterwards, which and there was a big down move. So let's just take a look and see how we got it so wrong. So I've gone back to what we were looking at when we took the trade. So the trade is we're looking for at least 7 out of the 10 points. 3 of the points come from the majors and minors, so we're oversold. That's 1 point. All the lines are going up, but it's 2 points. And 3, the green line is crossed over the red, and the gray line's crossed over the blacks. We've got 3 points here. We jump up to the TNTs. 2 orange lines going up, supporting a buy. Thick blue coming down. Blue is inversely related, so when blue comes down, that's a buy. So 3 of the 4 telling me buy. I've got a weak down pressure. What makes it weak is kind of the steepness of the slope, but I do have the green line on top. So 1 point, 3 points, 3 points at 7 points. When I have 7 points, I confirm it by taking a look at what's going on with the 2 and the 4 hour. And basically what I want to see is that we are oversold. And we were oversold in both cases. Here on the 4 hour, the majors are sideways. The green line is going sideways. On the 2 hour, it's going up slightly. I don't necessarily want the lines don't need to be going up, but if they are, that's a little plus. The only thing I can see here in hindsight is if you look at it, a little more carefully, the green line is less than 45 degrees. I usually like to have that line at least 45 degrees and or steeper. The gray line looks like it's 45 degrees. But even with that, so I guess the hindsight here is, really want this to be a little bit steeper. But if we follow it, so we're going to go ahead 1 hour at a time, it starts to move up. So I'm going to advance at 1 hour. And here now the line is 45 degrees. So it's starting to move up. Then I advance at the next hour and it falls off the table. Now, when you get a big move like this, that suggests something news related happened. So then I went back to Forex Factory and at 7:20, Royal Bank of Australia, Governor Lowe speaks. Australia and New Zealand pairs are highly correlated. So when something happens to the Australian dollar, it typically impacts the New Zealand dollar. And I am guessing that this news item is what caused that big drop. by the time he got done speaking, whatever he said impacted this. So, one, on the initial trade, the slope of the green line maybe might have been enough for it to pass. But as I said, like it was close enough where I took it and I saw what I liked here. But then, there was some news item that came and made this go down. And that's one of the reasons why we always want to have a stop loss. I know it's a little bit of a, it makes you have to work a little harder to get back to break even. But that if you can practice good risk management, you should be good. And just as a caveat, on any trades with the dollar from now till the beginning of June, you must always have a protect the trade, because if the U.S. defaults on its debt, the dollar could move 1,000 pips. It could move a lot, and you don't want to get stuck with that. And I don't know, maybe before I started trading, maybe the year before I started trading, the Swiss did something where they made some sort of change on their currency, and it moved a big deal, and huge fortunes were lost because of the large move, and it happened quickly. So it's very, very serious if the United States defaults on its debt. And right now, technically they are in default, but because of slick accounting rules, they're able to keep going. So and right now, it looks like they're going to default, and if they default, it's a big problem. Big problem. There'll be a big, huge move. So in trading the dollar, we're 25 days away. You need to start being careful about getting caught having an open position as that date comes up. So let's go back to our analysis. So we are technical traders. We are trading based on the price action. Fundamentals traders trade on the news. We do want to know what the news items are so that we can trade around them. So we look at Forex Factory to do that. Forex Factory breaks news down into 3 categories, as you started to see. And let's just make sure we're at the right. Okay, we're on Eastern time zone. What we got for news coming up today at 8:15. There's some news on the euro and monetary policy. Usually, I don't like to trade anything within 2 hours of the news event. And then at 8:30, there are unemployment claims, another red item. And then at 8:45, there'll be a press conference to discuss this stuff that they announced earlier. And at 12:50 Canadian dollar. So 12:50, 1 o'clock. Any trade we take would be done before 11, so we're okay there. But the euro and the dollar, we kind of want to stay away from both of those. So that's going to pretty much limit. There's not many trades that we can take if we're excluding the euro and the dollar. But we're going to go ahead and do our analysis just so that you can see how I can kind of think about things. So the chart we're going to trade off of is the light 6 major. The light 6 major is a composite chart. It is showing me 6 different currency pairs, all with the U.S. dollar as one of the pairs. And why aren't we seeing this? Sorry, my computer's a little slow. This laptop, it is time for a new one. It is not registering correctly. Let's refresh. Here we go. So I apologize for the delay. This used to be a very fast computer. It has a i7 in it, but it's only 8th generation. And I think now they're up to 12th or 13th generation. So it's time. So here we go. All right. So now we're seeing what we need to see. So the light 6 major is one of the standard charts. Again, the strategy that I'm using is the 10-point strategy. And we've got a dozen different strategies. And we'll customize one to you. I like to trade off of the 1 hour chart. I like to be 30 minutes into the chart to take a trade. Off of a 1 hour chart, the trade is worth anywhere from 5 to 35 pips. My sweet spot tends to be 11 pips. And I am looking for the trade to close within 1 to 3 hours. And the strategy is basically to get lines from all of the sections to line up. And when I can do that, it is a good trade. So Australian US dollar. We're going to start with the middle section of the chart, which is the majors and minors. The red and green line is the major indicator. The black and gray is the minor indicator. Horizontal red line is the oversold line. Horizontal blue line is the overbought line. I am looking for situations where we are either oversold or overbought, and the lines are either going up or coming down. And when I get that, I am going to look to kind of ride the move through the channel. So if you go back here, all the lines were overbought coming down, and you were able to get this move right here with these 3 down candles. I am looking for that. That's what I'm looking for. Coming down, run through the channel, get this move, and then when it's oversold, run it the other way. Now here we are oversold. Everybody's going up. I've got the double cross, which is the 3 elements that I'm looking for, where the green is over the red and the gray is over the black. I don't mind that on the minors. They've run through the channel. But what I don't like here, so even though I've got 3 points here, I don't like this kink in the line where we've gone from more steep to less steep. And that left steep, we're still probably at 45 degrees here, but I don't like the kink in the line. So I'm going to pass. I'm not even going to go to the next step. Here we've got all 4 on the T and T's. The 2 orange lines are going up. The 2 blue lines are coming down. When blue comes down, that means buy. So all 4 are telling me buy. But on the pressure, I've got kind of sideways pressure. Sideways, minimal down. Green line is horizontal. Red line's coming down. I want either up pressure, where both the red and the green line are going up, or I want the green line on top. I don't have that here, so it's not a good setup. The lines are converging on the pressure. They're getting closer together, and the green line is eventually going to cross, or this is going to kick up, but it's not quite there yet. So I'm going to pass. Euro USD, oversold. Everybody's going up. But again, we get the kink in the line, going from more steep to less steep. That's usually enough for me to pass. So even though I got 3 points here, I've got 3 points up here, 2 orange lines going up, dotted blue coming down. So I need a minimum of 3. I've got it. And then I've got kind of down sideways pressure here. It's actually down pressure. Both lines are going down with red on top. So nothing. Here on the pound dollar, oversold. You can see now that the majors are going sideways. Green line is actually sloping down a little bit. So we're going to pass. U.S. Canadian dollar overbought. Everybody's still going up. So nothing there. Now, can you get 10 pips when you're overbought and going up? Yes, you can. But it's just not part of my trade plan. I want to catch it down here and run it up through here. When we're up here, I don't know how much more we can get. So my goal is to get in and get out as quickly as possible. USD Swiss franc, overbought. All the lines are pointing down. I've got the double cross with the red on top and the black on top. And there is nice steepness to the green line. It's more than 45 degrees. It's maybe 60 degrees. And the line is just entering the channel. So this is a nice setup. 2 orange lines going down, dotted blue going up. So 3 of the 4. But I've got weak up pressure that's starting to roll, but the green is on top. The red will probably cross over in the next hour. But I don't try to guess what the lines are going to do. I wait kind of till the lines tell me what they're going to do, versus trying to prejudge. You only need a couple good trades a day to make money, and if you took the 2 trades I sent out last night, that's a decent day. It's like 25 pips there. So this is nice, but it's not quite here yet. We don't have the support here, so we're going to pass. Plus, we're not going to trade the USD this morning. But in terms of setups, this is a decent setup. USD yen. This didn't really get to overbought, but it is going down. The steepness of the green line is probably right at 45 degrees. Everybody's going down. You get the 3 points here. 2 orange lines going down, dotted blue going up. So 3 points here. I've got sideways pressure. Green line's coming down. Red line is horizontal. But the red line isn't on top. I like that the green line's going down, the slope of the green line, and that the red line is horizontal. If this were the Euro USD, I might consider it. But right now, and if there was no news, I might do a little bit more. I'd look at the 2 and the 4 hour chart. But here we're going to pass. So let's go on to our next grouping. Euro pound. This is a nice setup. Oversold. Everybody's going up. We're just entering the channel. So long as the green line is less than halfway, I kind of like the trade. When I jump up to the TNTs, 2 oranges going up, dotted blue coming down. So 3 of the 4 here. I've got down pressure, weak down pressure. The lines are converging. The red line is still on top, though. Red line is still on top. The other thing I like on this setup is the green line has gone from less steep to more steep. There's a kink in the line right here, and that the lines are all clustered. When the lines are all clustered, that the signal's a little stronger. But again, we're going to pass because we've got the news event coming. But in terms of like a signal, this is a nice signal going into the channel. Here it came down. You could have taken a ride down over 2 hours. It started to turn. I wouldn't have taken it yet. I would wait till we had that cross, but this is the beginning of a nice setup. Australian dollar, yen. We're in the middle of the channel, kind of going sideways. This is something you probably wouldn't take at this time of day because it's evening in both of these markets. Right now, it is in New Zealand. It is 10:55. So it's 10:55, and it is Thursday. So it's the end of the day, Thursday. Euro Canadian. This is nice. It's just at the halfway point. Oversold. Everybody's going up. Double cross. Nice steepness in the green line. Miners have kind of run through the channel, but that's okay. 2 orange lines going up. Dotted blue coming down. So 3 of the 4. And I've got up pressure with green on top, actually. So that there's 2 points here. One, that the lines are going up, like the red line is going up and the green line's going up. It's weak, but everybody's going up, and I've got the green on top. So that is a nice signal. Actually, let's just, what is the European news? Oh, yeah, we're too close to this. If we didn't have the news, I would. Oh, come on now. I would go to the next step of taking this. Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar oversold. We don't have agreement between the majors and miners. Pound, yen. I want to have at least one of the currency pairs daytime. The pound it's around lunchtime. We didn't quite make overbought. Everybody's going down. Steepness of the we got the double cross. Steepness here is okay. But we don't have agreement on the TNTs. Lines are going up. 2 orange lines are going up. Only the dotted blue, there's only one telling us sell here. So we're going to pass. Euro Australian dollar. Oversold. We didn't quite make oversold. It's been kind of hovering for the last 4 hours in here. It looks like there's a resistance line here or a support line here. I don't like the slope on the green line. Let's go to the next group. And my computer is a little slow. I'll tell you, because New Zealand is an island, everything here is a little bit more expensive. I had breakfast in the hotel yesterday, and it was like $28 for those breakfasts that they give you free when you stay at a hotel in the U.S. The other day I went out for like coffee and donut. It was $15. So everything's a little bit more expensive here in New Zealand because they've got to most everything's got to come in by ship. The internet here at this hotel is much better than the internet that I had at the hotel in Toronto, where it would take forever for pages to load. Today we're a little, I think the computer's getting a little hot, is the problem. Let's see if we can fix this by giving it a little bit more air, ventilation. Come on. Let's do this. Canadian dollar yen oversold, going down on the majors, minors starting to turn. Euro New Zealand, it's been oversold for many hours. Minors are going up, majors are starting to go up. I don't like it when there's a big gap, like on the major indicator from where the line is to the entering the channel. And I'm always a little skeptical when it's been oversold for a long time. Pound New Zealand, we don't have agreement on the indicators. New Zealand yen, we don't have agreement on the indicators. New Zealand USD, we don't have agreement on the indicators. Majors going up, minors starting to turn. Euro Swiss franc in the middle of the channel. So nothing there. Let's go to the last grouping. We've kind of gone over 7 o'clock here. Canadian dollar yen. Now we're on a new candle. Let's go back. Let's see if we can pull us back to the last hour. Going down, so nothing. So what I've done is we only have a couple minutes into the current hour, so I want to see what the signal was at the end of the last hour, where we have a full 30 minutes, or excuse me, 1 hour on the indicator. Here oversold, big gap. Majors are still going down. Oversold, majors still going like we don't have agreement. Overbought, majors still going up. Majors still going up on New Zealand US. Oops, isn't this? We didn't go to 4. Let's go to 4. Well, because of the news items today, we just didn't. Looks like we didn't. There was no good trade. All right, gang. As we've passed the hour, I'm going to just call it a day. And as we're a little slow here, I am honored that you took some time to join me today. We are here to make you successful traders. If you have questions, you can schedule an appointment with me directly by going to forexsmarttrade.com/schedule. My calendar should be open back up next week, or you can email me. Because of the time difference, I closed out the calendar for this week. But you can email me, and then I'll email you back, and we'll figure out a time that where there's an overlap between where you're at and where I'm at. Okay, thanks so much. Appreciate you joining me, and we will see you Monday evening at 3:30. And look for my afternoon trade today. All right, bye-bye.